if you bought low on the Bengals, as our Monday guest Chris Long, two-time Super Bowl champion, suggested that you should do when they were 0-2. What you saw last night, that's the team with an offensive line getting better, coming out on an opening drive where Joe Mixon is pig-piling his way into the end zone and Burrow is standing back there, nice clean pocket. That's what you're looking for. And then the rest of the game, sacked only once. That's what you're looking for. Maybe a better yards per carry from Mixon, sure. Maybe a little bit more from Jamar Chase in the air, maybe, sure.
Yeah, Chase was kind of quiet until that last 40-yard catch.
But it was a Higgins night last night.
Yeah.
It's a Boyd Day Sunday. I mean, that's what you want to see. You want to see a diverse group of receivers. And Hayden Hurst, everybody. How about that at the tight end position? And defensively, they got up. Obviously, they got after the Dolphins. So, in this marathon, not a sprint, the Bengals are back to 500. Their 0-2 start has been evened out. Their next game is against the Ravens, who are taking on the Bills at home this weekend. And as you know, in that Sunday night game, I am sure NBC will have dialed up that 500-yard game he put on Baltimore last December. And I'm sure Baltimore feels the taste of that on the heels of what I'm assuming the Bills are about to dispense.
A whooping?
I don't know about that.
I know you don't know about that. Let's see, but let's just posit, if you don't mind, a Bills victory there. And the Ravens are 2-2. Let's just say Cleveland goes into Atlanta, and Atlanta, even though Cordero Patterson might be out, we don't know about Myles Garrett. Let's just chalk this up. Let's just do it. Okay? And even if the Steelers come up with the win at Acrisure against my Jets,
Acrisure.
is it possible you got a four-way tie at 2-2 at the end of this weekend and the Bengals are flat in this mix? That's possible. And even if they are 2-2 and somebody's 3-1, let's say that person is Baltimore. Let's say that team is Baltimore 3-1. They can go ahead and get past them next week by the end of week 5. Everything's fine in the hood of the defending AFC champs. And in terms of the Dolphins, hey, that defense can get after. How about Melvin Ingram, what he's been doing so far this year? It seems like the Pittsburgh hostage has become a Miami Volunteer, huh?
All right.
Okay, and he has been volunteering, and that defense can get after people. So just stay the course defensively, and, Tua will, it seems, come back because he was seen... he came home from the hospital. I would hope that he sits out the next game. Give him a 10-day head clearer, for crying out loud. Because Teddy Bridgewater can sling it.
Yeah.
Teddy H2O is in a position where, these receivers are getting open, and he can find them, and Raheem Mostert's beginning to run the ball. The Dolphins are just fine, and they should just let Tua sit. For my 2 cents, they take on the Jets at the Jets next week. Home for Minnesota, then a Sunday nighter against Pittsburgh, at Detroit, at Chicago, home for Cleveland. Miami could go on a nice little run here. Look at the long term. Get Tua's marbles back if it is something that can happen.
I mean, what if he's out to the bye week, though?
Then fine. Then get what Teddy Bridgewater's there for, man.
He looked pretty good.
Yes, of course.
The last pick notwithstanding.
He could absolutely win football games from that position. Certainly if Cooper Rush is doing it down in Dallas with this offense, with those receivers getting clear of their defenders the way that they do. Give Tua the time, man.
I think it would be inexcusable to not have him sit out the next game.
But then again, that is the public perception. I need to get some. I want to see this report best that I can. See this report, and it does not violate whatever privacies would get violated. I need to see how this works, How somebody said Sunday yes, and how they're like, we're going to investigate it, but he could still play in the meantime. I think for a lot of people who are horrified watching last night, that is a necessity.